So, a whole lot to talk about on this episode of Couple Things. First of all, we're going to talk about two Star Wars projects. I think one's a show and the other's a movie. Then we're going to take a look at this trailer for The Whale, the Brendan Fraser movie. It's supposed to win like all the Oscars or something like that. This is the first time I've seen a trailer for it, and gonna watch that. There's an announcement for a Monster Season 2 with Netflix. Talk about that. And also, I'm going to try to do some projections for how much the Wakanda Forever movie might make. So that is all coming up right now on A Couple Things. So first, we're going to talk about Star Wars The Acolyte. This series here, and this was a post from, I guess, from the Star Wars Twitter page. That production has begun on The Acolyte, and they announced this casting, or maybe this casting's been out for a while. I don't really keep up with Star Wars too much, but so this is news to me. Carrie-Anne Moss is in this, and also the guy from Squid Game. That show was great, and obviously The Matrix was great, except for the last one, which I'm not even going to talk about. But anyway, this series it sounds good. If I go back here, it talks about the series follows the dark side emerging about 100 years before, Phantom Menace Episode 1. A former Padawan reunites with her Jedi Master to investigate a series of crimes, but the forces they confront are more sinister than they ever anticipated. So it sounds like it sounds good. I would definitely be down to check that out. But they've also been talking about this one I think they started talking about this like before the pandemic. So I'm not sure how that's going to turn out, but I think this one sounds really good. And then this is also, I think this is something that was covered in like maybe some of the books that took place before Disney bought it, or something like that. It's not a novel concept for Star Wars fans, but if you're not like super into the universe, this is an interesting idea, which is kind of where I'm coming from. So production's begun, so it looks like that one's probably going to happen. But the one that's probably not going to happen is this one here. No longer directing his Star Wars film. And I'm not sure what happened there, but that Star Wars film is not going to happen. So let me see if I can find out why. No longer directing. No longer a thing. Okay. I don't know. It's just not happening now. This seems to happen a lot with Star Wars movies for some reason. Like there was supposed to be a Rian Johnson trilogy. I don't know where that one was. And then there was the lady who did the Wonder Woman movies was supposed to do one. I don't know where that one's at. Anyway, but the Acolyte, like it's looks like that's coming out, and I don't know. That one seems interesting to me. Okay, so next story. Let me kind of clean this up a bit here. Next story is The Whale trailer. This is that Brendan Fraser one, and he's supposed to be like really good in it, and supposed to be winning all the Oscars. So let's take a look. I don't know who Sadie Sink is, but I know who Brendan Fraser is, and I don't know who that person is either. Whoa.
Do you ever get the feeling people are incapable of not caring?
Is he like bedridden or something?
People are amazing.
Oh, okay. Darren Aronofsky, yeah, he's made some really terrible movies. But It could be good. I can't really tell anything from that preview, but it looks like Brendan Fraser's pretty committed to the role. So we'll see what happens with that one. Does that have a date on it when it's coming out? December. Okay, so like next month. So the next story is this. They're coming out with a second season of Monster on Netflix. I was just on vacation and my Airbnb had a Netflix account, so I was able to actually watch this along with some other stuff. And I just saw this announcement that they're coming out with a season 2. Season 1 was the Jeffrey Dahmer one that like everybody was talking about, and it was like hella good. So let's see here. First week of release, the Dahmer one was watched by almost 200 million people. Wow, placing it 5th in Netflix's most viewed. Wow. Okay, and then they announced that Monsters is going to be an anthology series now, kind of like American Horror Story. What is it? Okay, what does this mean? This is from Digital Spy, so let's see what they got here. Early 2024 is what it looks like for the early 2024 for the next, maybe late next year for the second season. Ryan Murphy also did The Watcher on Netflix, and that was like really popular at the same time as this. I ended up watching that also while I was at my Airbnb. Let's see here. No one has been cast, and until we know the main subject, so we don't know anything about it. Who will the next monster be? Okay, so all we know is that there's going to be another season eventually. So let's see here. What was the next thing? Oh yes, the Wakanda projection for Wakanda Forever. Let's take a look at what this is. Box Office Pro, and normally they have. So they're saying 170 to 205 million for the opening weekend. I did want to look at the numbers for. I think it's going to be around the. Like around Doctor Strange and Love and Thunder kind of numbers. So I kind of wanted to see where that was, and that would probably be a pretty good idea of how much I think this Wakanda movie is going to make. So that one, this is the numbers, and they have this little thing, if I can find it, where you can compare. Yeah, so this is Thor Love and Thunder. So compare that to Doctor Strange. And so the opening weekend was 144 for Thor Love and Thunder and 187 for Doctor Strange. So yeah, that would be right about what they had on that. I think it was like 170. Yeah, 170 to 205. So that would be closer to Doctor Strange, and I think it would be somewhere in between here, probably closer to the Doctor Strange amount, because it can't be worse than this horseshit Thor Love and Thunder movie. Well, and let me see here. So you can see that the Doctor Strange had a much better performance there, and then Thor Love and Thunder was. Let me see if I can add the original Black Panther. Yeah, there you go. Dang, that one's way up there. And also, just for fun, we'll throw Top Gun in there. Okay, so yeah, here's Thor Love and Thunder. Made the least of any of them. Doctor Strange in the orange. And Top Gun, actually, domestically, it made more than Black Panther. Oh, wow. Interesting. So Black Panther's in red. So it made considerably more than either of those two Marvel movies. So the first Black Panther ended up getting 202, and they're showing 170 to 205. So in between that and Doctor Strange 187. Yeah, I think that's probably about right. So you're probably looking about 180 to 200. I think it's probably going to be kind of right between those two. That sounds about like what it should open as. I don't think it's going to be as low as Thor: Love and Thunder, because that movie was awful. If it's below Thor: Love and Thunder's opening weekend, then Marvel got a problem. But I don't think it will be. That is interesting that Top Gun is now past Black Panther, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I guess the movie comes out Thursday, so the numbers are going to start coming out pretty quick after that, and we'll see what happens. And I'll try to do an updated video after we get some better numbers. So thanks for watching, and like and subscribe. Okay, bye.